the Princess Elizabeth Challenge Cup Schoolboy 8s, and what a great matchup we've got here. Norwich School on the Berkshire station on the left-hand side of your screen, and Monmouth School on the Buckinghamshire station on the right-hand side of your screen. And Sarah, I'm very excited to see how this one pans out. Both of these crews have gone up against each other before at the national schools in the B final, and they're going again now. Can the results be overturned by Monmouth School, who finished 8th, Norwich School 4th in that B final? We're on for a rematch.
Absolutely, a fast start here from both crews. A little bit of a grudge match, as you say, in terms of a rerow of that race. Will we see a reversal? But it looks like a very fast start there in the Berk station to Norwich School.
In Norwich School, also, I think, at a much lower rating, and you can see if you compare the two crews side by side, Sarah, there, that Norwich just much more relaxed and lower strokes per minute taken than the crew from Monmouth on your left.
Yeah, they've certainly got the look back onto the field now, or onto the field, I'm used to saying onto the other crew. There's only one other crew in the race. This crew from Norwich, coached by Ashley Carter-Mayers.
And a number of this Norwich School crew actually qualified in the Princess Elizabeth last year, 6 out of the 8 of this crew, so they've returned back, they've qualified again, which is great, back-to-back for Norwich, and leading out, they could win a round here against Monmouth School, who in the past have been a real sort of force to be reckoned with. They've produced some really notable alumni in recent years. Jack Totham, the Blue Boat coach for Cox for Oxford, Ewan Hadfield, Robbie Prosser, all under 23 talent that have come through the Monmouth School programme. But this year, it just seems too great a challenge to tackle against Norwich School. And here are Monmouth on the screen now, Sarah.
Yes, we can see in this crew, Ben Holly up in the 2 seat there. He's 3rd year racing in the first 8, 2nd year racing at Henley, planning to join the army.
Yeah. Well, they might be in the UK Armed Forces crew, like we saw earlier in the Y-fold in a few years' time. Let's keep an eye. But Monmouth School, a number of this crew also returning from last year. Just quickly running down the numbers, I think we've got 7 of the 9 of this crew have raced Henley before. A couple of older athletes in the boat, notably George Whittle-Williams, who stroked the Welsh Junior 4 in previous years. This is Norwich now on your screen, and we can see there the face of stroke Archie Wilkins, the 16-year-old in the stroke seat of this crew. That's a tough job to set the rhythm for your 17-year-old schoolboy colleagues in the bows, Sarah.
Yes, perhaps we'll see much of this crew back next year, potentially.
Yes, indeed. And so they seem to have quite a good buffer here, Sarah, and racing in 8s, you know, this kind of margin, very difficult to come back from, right?
It is. The 8 is a boat that really takes a while to get going. It doesn't have the same turn of speed as the small and the medium boats do, and you really have to wind it up early. Often, you know, you see in an 8 race that people, I guess, don't go early enough, accounting for how long it takes to get the momentum and get the boat up to speed, and you sort of think, well, you're going to run out of track unless you can get yourselves up there. So it is a boat that is really, really difficult to come back from a big deficit. And I think also, because the 8 is so loud, you know when you're rowing in it, when a crew is moving away from you, because you lose that noise and it can be really disheartening. But as they come towards the crowd now, maybe that'll start to spur both crews on.
Now, Sarah, you can see they've got little sticks poking up out of their riggers. Can you talk to us a bit more about what those are?
I'm assuming that these are to be able to reach out around the front. They look a bit more advanced than what we use. We used to use the old straw stuck on the side of the boat, but these ones almost look like little antennas, don't they? But it is in order to get the crews to reach out around the pin to get as long stroke as possible, and it gives them the same reference point all to reach to. And we've seen a lot of the junior boats with them on board.
So through the line for Norwich School, very comfortable for them in the end ahead of Monmouth School. And Norwich School, we know now, will be racing Eton College in the next round, because we saw that round of the Princess Elizabeth earlier on today. So Norwich School go on to face Eton College in the later round of the draw here in the Princess Elizabeth Challenge Cup.